My name is Carmen Gonzalez, and I'm originally from Texas and have been working on several issues in my life with different modalities, from hypnotherapy to psychology, psychiatry, and I found a psychotherapist who was doing EFT through a friend of mine. And I used the technique, but I felt like it wasn't really solving the issues, and had some upset in my own personal life, and then moved from Texas and eventually made my way here to Oklahoma, and had been looking online to see who was available to do EFT here, maybe continue my sessions, and I found FasterEFT. And I found that Robert Smith had a location here in Oklahoma, and there were seminars and such, and so I was interested and wanted to know more and contacted his office. He asked me if I would be willing to be a volunteer in one of his seminars for training, and I came out and discovered a whole new world, found myself, a whole new awakening. I can't express in words how grateful I am. It's really transformed my life. Being a human trafficking survivor, a date rape survivor several times in my life, and having had several instances where I was traumatized by those things that happened in the past, revisiting that over and over again and not being able to hold down a long-term relationship with somebody because of the effects that I had. I just feel like a weight has lifted off my shoulders. I really do feel like I'm a brand new person, that there's minor strains of things that still need to be addressed, but I don't feel the weight of them anymore. I had found Robert Smith's website and found the YouTube, and I signed up for the newsletter and started to receive emails, and in one of the emails there was a video, I think it was day 4 or day 5, and there was an instance where Robert was tapping with a volunteer, and some of the things that person had gone through resonated with me, and I thought, well, I'm just going to do it with him and insert my own words or my own thoughts, my own memories. And I did that, and I instantly felt this release, and I wasn't sure if I was doing it right or not. And so all day long I spent trying to relive that memory, and it was a rape memory, and it was very vivid when I started, and I could still feel the tension in my chest. And after doing that once, I felt like the tension wasn't as strong, and I could move around freely and think about that over and over again, but not have to replay the emotion. So I said, if this can be done, and I'm doing this on my own, what would it be like if somebody who knew what they were doing and had been studying the program? And lo and behold, when I called, Robert, asked if I would volunteer, and that was a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity. And coming to the seminar and seeing all the great people, everybody was very loving and very welcoming, very encouraging. And I was a little nervous the day that I came. I thought, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I drove around in circles. I went to the wrong place, I think on purpose. I don't know how many times I used the restroom from nerves. And finally came into the room, Robert put me at ease, and there was humor involved, which I didn't expect. I had heard him in some of his seminars online on YouTube be humorous, and I thought, no, I don't know that I can handle that. And sure enough, I'm sitting in the chair laughing my butt off, with some instances that I thought I'd never even laugh at. And there was just a pep in what I felt. I wanted to dance, I wanted to jump around, I wanted to tell everybody how good it felt to have gone through what I did. And there was a release. We did a lot of work from the day that I was born to up to recently, really. And it was an amazing experience. And then that was on a Wednesday, 2 hours. And then I came back Friday for a follow-up. And there were a couple of things during the time off or away from the seminar, that Thursday, I had a lot of revelations. I had my entire life span before me in fast forward. And every time that something would come up that I wasn't sure if I had completely let go because I felt tension or uncomfortable, I would tap on it. So all day I was walking around tapping, and luckily I was by myself. I was around my fiance and the boys a couple of times, and they just asked, "Are you tapping again? Is it about us?" "No, it's about me." And let it go. So there were some amazing revelations. I had my period a week prior to going to the seminar, and then the day after the seminar, I made love to my fiance, and I just had this release of energy and the flow, and I was really concerned about all of that, but talking to the practitioners and talking with Robert, that sometimes the body releases what it doesn't need, even though the cycles are off, but it's just your way of letting go of things. And it really did feel like that. It wasn't scary, it wasn't traumatizing in any way. It just felt like, okay, let's get rid of the old and move on with the new. So really being able to breathe a lot better, I feel like a different person.
So there's a big difference between
huge shift
Wednesday and Friday.
Yes.
And the biggest difference, what is the biggest difference?
I feel like I know who I am. And I was walking around in this body, but it was someone else. And they just kept dragging me along and fake it till you make it. And that was really my attitude all these years. Fake it till you make it, and then it'd get a little better, and fake it till you make it a little more. And nothing really ever shifted because I could still have that memory and still have that emotion. And physically, my body memory was the same. And now there's a tinge of something, and we did get rid of so much. But I've been searching for this for over 15 years, and in less than 2 days, in less than 4 hours, an amazing experience. I would recommend it highly to everyone, and I want to know more now about it.
So the biggest thing that you addressed was the rape, the abduction, and
right.
all that stuff. What's your view about it now?
It was something that happened in my life, and that it just is a part of my past. It's not a part of who I am now, but it empowers me to be able to help and want to help other people. And I never thought that I'd get to a point, I guess I knew that I would, but I didn't know that I would push through to be able to help other people. I always wanted to, and I said, oh, someday I'll do it, and someday I'll do it, and someday never came. And 2 days ago came, and today came, and I feel like I should step into it. It's just really stepping into what belongs to me and what I want to do to help others because of what I've been through.
So 2 days ago you were a victim.
2 days ago I was a victim.
Are you a victim today? I
don't feel that way, no. I feel empowered.
So in the past, before we met, of course you had these memories, and they were always
right.
prevailing. Tell me about the difference now, the difference in the past and now.
Yeah, people around me would say that, stop playing the victim, stop being the victim. And I would hear that, and then I would hear myself talking as if I was a victim, even though I wanted to believe that I wasn't and that I could break free of it. I knew that I kept searching out whatever it was that was taken from me during the rape. And each and every time that I repeated that cycle. And I was never going to get that back because I'd never really lost it. I just had disconnected from myself. And it's almost like plugging back in to who I was meant to be in this world. And I know that there's that greater purpose. And I feel like I am the greater purpose. And I know that God, my belief is God is the universe, and the universe lives in me. And the people around me are reflected in that. And I reflect in other people. And so I feel like I can give to people rather than attract people that were just like me. So it really is making a big difference. I I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm excited about what's tomorrow. You know, I got up today and I did a happy dance, and hadn't done a happy dance in quite a long time, and that's a great feeling.
Very good. So if there's somebody else out there just like you, what would you say to them?
I would recommend highly that they find out everything they can about FasterEFT. They contact a practitioner within the program, that they seek that healing for themselves. Watch the YouTube videos until you're convinced that this is something that would work for you, because I believe it works, and I know it works. I've seen it work in my life, and my family is watching me transform, and that's huge, because I didn't think that I could ever reach them through something that I would do for myself. So it's made a big difference.
Very good.
Thank you.